well, back on centre court. As you may have figured out from the attachments around the corner there, whatever you want to call them, we are not actually on centre court. We are, what's that say? In Belgravia. And to be more precise, if you can read that back to front, Belgravia Ecclestone Yards. And they've got big screen set up for the duration of the championships. And today is the Sunday. First Sunday. 5 days ago, we were at centre court itself. And I wanted to tell you about the resale tickets. Actually, we didn't pay full price, and I just wanted to sort of talk about how that works. And basically, what you do, if you take the tube, it's probably better to get to Southfields on the district line and just walk from there about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, something like that. If you do take the tube to Wimbledon, the thing about that, it's a slightly longer distance. There are shuttle buses, but if you do walk, it means going up Wimbledon Hill to Wimbledon Village and then down again to the venue itself, which may not be particularly what you want to do. Whereas from Southfields to the venue, it is it's a very, very, very gentle slope. So that's probably the better alternative, better option for most of you. Anyway, so let's say you get whichever. Let's say you, well, what we did, we went to Southfields, and then after, I don't know, 10-minute walk or something, you then come across the queue. And when we were there, I guess we probably got there about 11:30 on the Tuesday morning. Can't really remember. Anyway, and then it wasn't too busy when we were there. Anyway, you just followed, stay in the queue. You didn't have to wait that long actually, and it kind of snakes around, and there's some point you pick up Q cards, QUE cards, and they are numbered, and grab one of them, and then there's you're walking another few hundred yards to the ticket office. There's all sorts of distractions along the way to one of them was if you kind of scan an American Express card, you get it's like a little radio, but it doesn't work here. I think it only works at the venue itself. And there's all sorts of other distractions along the way, and one place was giving away coffee, and if you avail yourself of all the distractions, it can definitely add time, because normally there's like little queues for them as well. Anyway, so after you get to all that, you come to the ticket office, and tickets were £27 each. Oh, by the way, I can show you this. These are the cue cards. There's one each of them. Anyway, then come to the ticket office, and you get your tickets, and they are like these. Okay, they were £27 each, two of them. It's that. Then you go through a little security check, and then you're inside. And of course, the first week is now just about to be over. When we were there was still action going on all the courts. And of course, as the games progress, so the higher numbered courts aren't going to be used as players get knocked out. So we were next to court 18, and then and that was free to watch. I'm not sure exactly about the others, 17, 16, 15, 14, all of that. If you can just go along and watch them as well for free. However, right next to court 18 is the queue for the resale tickets. Now, we probably got to that queue about 1:15, one, something like that, and then you just stay there. You just stay there. So obviously, the earlier you get there, the closer you are to the front. That ticket office opens at 5, so we had to wait about 4 hours, and some people may have waited longer, some shorter. It just depended. But this is where the luck comes into it. Now, what they do, there's resale tickets for Centre Court, Court 1 and Court 2. And then at 5 o'clock, that one line, if you like, subdivided into three queues. Most people were on the queue for Centre Court. Now, there were some people that literally turned up at 5 o'clock and immediately joined the queue or immediately got to the front of the queue for Courts 1 and 2. They didn't care about the Centre Court. So if you're in that situation and you just really want to go to Courts 1 and 2, then, you can kind of get there. We saw people getting there about 5 and like not having to wait. So it kind of depends what you really want. Most people, of course, want Centre Court tickets, including us. And this is where the luck comes into it, because the availability of tickets is dependent upon people who are already in with regular tickets, who then leave, and they deposit their tickets in some receptacles or something. At some point, soon after, the tickets get scanned and then get put back into the system and for resale, and it is those seats that then become available. So of course there's no way of knowing exactly how many and where those seats are going to be. It's purely dependent upon people leaving early, and of course there's probably sponsored tickets and things like that maybe aren't used as well. Those probably become available. But there's no precise way of knowing in advance. There's a certain amount of luck involved. Now, in our case, and of course you don't know if there's singles, pair of tickets, if there's 4 of you wanting to sit together, unless you're really lucky, it's probably not going to happen. Now in our case, there were the two fellas in front of us wanted a pair of tickets. They were offered 2 singles, and which they took, and who knows, 5 minutes later there could have been a pair of tickets become available. Who knows? It's just luck. So the 2 people immediately in front of us got 2 single tickets. So of course, Feast and I were thinking, okay, it's going to be the same for us. We're going to get offered 2 single tickets as well.
And that's what the guy said at first.
And that is what there was like a fella there, sort of like controlling the queues, and that's what he said to us. Oh, it's 2 singles for you. Now, at that point, we could have said, okay, well, we'll hang on for a pair. Now, who knows how long it would have taken before a pair became available, if at all. So we said, okay, we'll take the singles. So literally 15 seconds later, or not even that, when we're now at the front of the queue and talking to the lady selling the tickets, she was on her computer, and sure enough, there was a pair of tickets. And I guess they just had become available, I suppose, in that last 15 seconds. So we took them. Well, we didn't take them. We paid for them. They were £15 each. There you go. That's what they look like. And you see the time we got them, 17:38. And what's the price? The price is, there you go, £15. I think court number 1 was £10, and court number 2 was £5, I think. Anyway, so here we are, £15, and we were, this is where the luck comes into it. We were 2 rows behind the main television cameras, and about just a couple of yards to the right of them. So that was really good, but it's luck. It's luck. I mean, the 2 guys in front of us had 2 singles. Who knows how far apart those seats actually were. It could have been anywhere, right? Now, they could have said, okay, we won't take the 2 singles, we'll wait for a pair to come up, and it would have taken, 15 seconds. before a pair came up, which Feast and I took. But you see where the luck comes into it. Anyway, that's kind of how it happened. What's this receipt? Oh yeah, there we go. £30, right? £15 each for Centre Court tickets. Plus, it costs the 27 to get in. So that was, if you like, £42 each. £42 each. So depending on your point of view about that sort of thing, I mean, there's just been something now on this screen about tickets, resale tickets costing £5. But I think, well, from when we were there 5 days ago, £5 would have got you tickets for court number 2. But things change.
I thought it was £10 for court number 1 and 2 and 15 for Centre Court. The day we went.
Yeah, and who knows? Different days, different things, perhaps. But anyway, I mean, I suppose if you wait till the final Sunday and go to and try and get to the men's final, well, it's hard to imagine people leaving that early. But you know, there could be sponsor tickets or tickets meant for staff that never get used, right? And those could be put back into the system. So there's a certain amount of luck. So the weather was nice, and in a way, even if you don't get tickets, like if you sat on what was called Henman's Hill, is now called Murray Mound. There's 2 big screens in front of you. You're not actually, if you like, next to an actual court itself. Although court number 18 wasn't that far away. But if you're looking at otherwise you're just looking at 2 screens, and those screens show different courts depending on who's playing and what's going on. And there could be an atmosphere to that. I mean, we actually wanted to get strawberries and cream and all that, but
I wanted to get to Centre Court ASAP.
Yeah, Feast wanted to get to Centre Court ASAP.
To see Nadal.
So we got there, I don't know, 5:45. And when you get tickets, when you go in, you just can't wander in. You've got to wait for a break in play before you're allowed to take your seats. And after we saw Nadal win, we saw Serena Williams playing Harmony Town. That game finished at 10:35, 25 minutes to 11. So, but again, that was a 3-setter. That could have been 2 sets, and it could have been 6-love, 6-love, and would have been done by 8:30. There's a certain amount of luck to the whole thing. You just never know. But it didn't rain at all. The atmosphere was great, and it's. Oh, what do you think? I mean, there's a certain. There's something. My fingers pocket. There's a certain something to say that you went to Centre Court. Like if you're saying, well, we went to court number 1. It's not the same, is it? Let's be honest about this. There's something about Centre Court at Wimbledon, isn't there? Anyway, do you have any time?
Yeah, I thought it was a fantastic experience. If you queue, and I would suggest bringing a picnic or being prepared to buy some food.
Oh yeah, brilliant idea.
If you don't know the weather, I would suggest bring a brolly. And bring something to do while you're waiting in the queue. I had a project with a bit of sewing that I got to do. And it was a lovely day when we went, so we got to pass the time. And for people who think that going to Wimbledon is a bit too posh for them or it might cost too much, this is a fantastic option that's more affordable, and you can have a full day out and enjoy yourself. Cheers.
Thank you. Oh. Okay, I shaved this morning.
Good for you.
Okay.
See the tickets. Yeah. And if you're really on a budget, you can come to one of these screens like Honey's.